All right, everybody, welcome back to episode 3. Back, despite all technical difficulties. Still going, still running.
The internet's trying to keep us down.
Yep. Everything is against us, but yet still we prevail. Like a good JRPG hero, we're persevering through darkness. If you'll probably notice if you're coming straight off the last episode that this is a little bit not quite where we left off. We're maybe about at most 5 minutes ahead because the first time we tried to record this, Discord decided to malfunction for about an hour or two. So, and the learning on the job quickly became obvious that maybe I should be using multiple save spots instead.
Yeah.
So we lost maybe like 5 minutes worth of stuff. Basically, the only important thing is that Titus got a fancy new sword, and we prayed at this big statue totem thing with Waka, and now we're headed off to continue our journey. And that's pretty much all of importance that happened.
The Reader's Digest version of
yes, that's the Spark Notes.
Yes, Spark Notes. Oh man,
did you use Spark Notes when you were in school?
it was Spark Notes and Cliff. What was the other one?
Cliff Notes.
Cliff Notes. Yeah.
Yeah, I only used Spark Notes because by the time I was in high school, Spark Notes had basically a website that had all the information for free, I guess. Did you used to have to... You had to actually buy a book.
You had to
with
buy
it
the book.
before,
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
Yep. I'm old, and we used to buy books on paper.
Yeah, I don't know how they how that was profitable for them. That because you definitely didn't need to sign up for any subscription online or anything. You just go online and read the Spark Notes,
And you're good to go.
Yep.
Yeah. Spark Notes were a thing that came in towards the very end of my schooling, and so I'm aware of them. But I was more of a Cliff Notes kind of guy.
Yeah, and they much like how when I was in college, I mean some in high school as well, but definitely in college, teachers were always very adamant about don't use don't be using Wikipedia because it's not accurate. But same thing with Spark Notes, yeah, if you know what you're doing, you can still kind of BS your way through a lot of that, because you're basically you just need the plot summary, which is all Spark Notes is, and then as long as you can fill in just some opinions about the plot, it kind of gets you what you need to know.
And I think that's a valuable life skill, the ability to just kind of know enough to BS the rest.
Sometimes we don't understand him either.
That's how I get through life, basically.
Anyway. But
I think I just noticed, does Yuna have different colored eyes,
She
blue
does.
and green?
Yeah.
That's a very anime thing.
I think that's a plot point later on. Or maybe it's just they love to show her eyes like that.
Yeah. Japan loves, what is it, hediachroma? Is that what it's called? When
wow.
You have...
There's a treasure chest up there.
Yeah, I wonder... It's weird because this feels like a place I'm never coming back to.
Yeah. Can you go up that cliff? We're totally getting sidetracked here, but there's not
That's fine. We got time. Although, yeah, I don't... I mean, if I can get up there in any way, it's not on the map because it's very limited.
Yeah. Okay. I just noticed that and was like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that earlier, but it also... I don't know how often it lets you just completely go off map, but... Didn't seem like there was any way to get up there.
I'm pretty sure it's really critical path, and if there is, it's on the map.
Right.
This is like, a deranged Muppet.
That's your department, right?
It does have a kind of Muppet quality to it.
The mouth. It's just picture someone's hand back there doing that.
If that somehow makes it more creepy.
Creepy monster, it's time for Yuna.
Let's see some style.
Let's see some style.
See some style. Waka is a little-known fashion critic. He is what is this? Oh, the Besaid Islands? Where are we at? Do you remember?
Oh, man, dude, I don't remember at all. You're asking the wrong person. It's been another part of the technical difficulties is it's been a lot long. Well, not a lot, but a little bit longer than usual. Normally we record once, every 7 days. Now it's, 9 days?
Yeah.
Almost 10 days?
Almost 10.
Yeah, so it's a little longer gap than usual.
Gonna start quizzing you on things.
Yeah, but, I mean, You're more than welcome to quiz me. I just don't promise to ever have the answers. I need the Spark Notes for Final Fantasy X if I'm going to do that.
When you're near Sin, your head gets fuzzy.
Yeah, I've been
It's like
spending
touch
too much
dizzy,
time near Sin.
get fuzzy, or touch fuzzy, get dizzy.
Touch Sin, get dizzy. That's the, Kingdom Hearts is the Disney and Final Fantasy crossover. They need a Nintendo Final Fantasy crossover. Mario is in the Final Fantasy universe.
I mean, kind of did that with Super Mario RPG back in the day.
Yeah, I own a copy of that on Super Nintendo. Like, I purposely bought, I found a good deal on eBay to get that cart. And then, the true terrible person I am never actually got around to playing it. Because turns out for me, probably actually finding a way to get that cart, which is somewhat rare, not, uber rare, but not easy to find, was probably part of the reason why I wanted it.
You are the true collector.
Yeah. And now I have a Super Nintendo Classic, which I'm pretty sure has it on it anyway.
It does.
And,
It does.
I should play it at some point. I mean, part of the reason is I wanted to play it is I was about to say I love the Paper Mario games. I love the first 2 Paper Mario games. After that, they get a little hit or miss for me, but which are basically the
GameCube ones, right?
Spiritual successor to Super Mario RPG.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I really like those games, but some of those, going back to the first one is a little, I'm sure it would still be fun and have a lot of good stuff in it, but it's also in some ways a little hard because it doesn't have some of the quality of life advances that were in the ones that came after it.
Oh, all the battles. Just one after another.
Another one of those.
I'm right there with you, Waka.
This one to me, huh? Say goodnight, birdie.
Say goodnight, birdie.
Good night, birdie.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna bring Titus back in.
Oh.
Because I don't want to summon my bird creature again.
Advanced mechanics on play here.
I'm getting all my JRPGs in right now. Playing this, I'm also playing Earthbound.
Oh, jeez. Earthbound. One of these days I'll play that.
It's probably I'm not a person that has a this is my definitive favorite game of all time, but more often than not, when asked that question, I will probably say Earthbound is my favorite game of all time.
Wow, that's high praise. No, I really need to play it.
Yeah, it's it would help to probably have someone that's played it, to consult or play with, because it's it is a JRPG from 1990-ish, 6, 7-ish or so. So it's it does a lot of really cool things that are pretty ahead of its time that even still some JRPGs don't have that they probably should. But it also there is still a lot of finding out what to do even after this is probably the 7th, 8th time I've probably played the game.
Wow.
Throughout my lifetime, I still every once in a while I was like, what am I know the thing I need to do, but the connecting the dots of what order I need to do them all in is a little fuzzy. So I'm kind of I'm just gonna look up a walkthrough just to remind myself, because I don't want to if you don't know what you're doing, it's a lot of walking around towns and asking everyone what talking to them and seeing what they say. I mean, you get there's enough there to figure it out, but it takes a lot longer than if you just have someone to. I don't think you lose anything by having someone just tell you why don't you just go do this thing, and then go to the next plot point.
No, I think that's fair. I think it's similar to how you if you go back and you play Maniac Mansion or any of those LucasArts point and clicks, they're great games, but at this point you're playing them for the story and the humor and the to go through those scenes, not to really figure out the puzzle mechanics there, because those were obtuse beyond reason, really.
Oh yeah. And so I have I have this somewhat perverse desire to go back and play. There were a bunch of these edutainment type point and click games I played as a kid, like Freddy Fish and Pajama Sam and Putt Putt, who is a talking car. And I kind of want to go back and play some of those and see what they are like now, because that's gonna be real. That's gonna be a weird time, I'm sure.
Drew revisits his childhood.
Yeah, I feel like that would they're probably pretty short. Like now that I'm an adult with and I'm not 4, I'd imagine I could probably get through
fingers
those in,
crossed, right?
2 hours now instead of the I don't know, who knows how long it took me to beat those games back then. All right, I'm going off the beaten path.
Oh, jeez, you rebel. Wait,
Actually,
wasn't this where?
yeah, I was gonna say this looks like where we took our friendly swim with Waka.
Okay.
So I'm not
Do a
gonna
big
go off the beaten
loop.
path. I'm gonna follow the beaten path.
Follow the bright flashing red triangle.
Yeah, it threw me off the first time because normally I guess it's Zelda games where the red arrow usually indicates the area you just came from, not the area you need to go to. So I was like, wait, why do I don't need to go to this area, right? But actually that is the area I need to go to. I'm getting Final Fantasy with Earthbound mixed up, Final Fantasy with Zelda mixed up.
Wow. You're all kinds of mixed up here.
Yeah. Don't play multiple games at the same time, kids.
Just say you were near sin.
Yeah, that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. I went to a Christian school. That probably would have counted as an extra excuse.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I get that on a doctor's note.
It's a good foghorn in the background.
High quality foghorns. HD remaster foghorns. Man.
People really
Does
love
she
Yuna.
know? Yeah. Does she know that kid?
Goodbye.
No other
Suddenly-
fanfare than that. Just goodbye.
Yeah. And the deck explodes, or the dock explodes. Everyone dies. The terrorist.
Oh, this is some Indiana Jones shit right here.
Dun 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 dun. And we're on a boat.
Yet again, on another boat.
On another boat.
A different boat this time.
I can only hope there's more swimming to be coming up here.
I'm sure there will eventually. If not now, in the future, I'm sure.
All this. What is he? Ugh. So you remember how I said he looked like a jester?
Yeah, I mean, it's not. If all he wanted was the binoculars, there's more. Use your words. Yeah, you already know what's happening.
Yeah. Yep. There's our hero,
Final Fantasy.
Yeah. Our hero.
I'm sure to some people that's a very heroic moment. It's very relatable.
Yes. He stole that man's binoculars, totally ogled that girl. Okay.
So let's see. I guess should I probably talk to some? Okay, yeah, we're gonna talk to some people.
I haven't told you where we're going.
Yeah, that would be important to know.
Titus just got on a boat with a bunch of people he only just met.
I mean, is that at all surprising based on what information we know about Titus at this point?
I think they always have to promise to feed him, and he'd go wherever they wanted him to.
Great plan.
We'll sail for either food or blitzball.
Yeah. In this case, he's getting both. It looks like he's got Waka there, right?
Can I talk to the blitzball? Actually, no. It looks like I can walk through the blitzball.
There you go.
Kind of. Yeah, I think my foot's kind of in the blitzball there. Let's see if this guy wants to talk to me. We had a nice bonding experience.
Yeah.
Nope. Nothing.
Nope.
He's very, very shy.
you know, Kimari Ronso of the
I
Ronso
don't
tribe.
know who
Yeah,
you are
you know.
or where you came from.
You know, she has the only appropriate reaction I would say out of anyone.
Word is that summoner's got noble blood.
I heard she's Lord Braska's
She's like
daughter.
right there, like, dude, like,
They're practically yelling.
Lord
Yeah.
Vraska's daughter?
Is that a stockade on the front of the ship there? Oh, no, it's like a
yeah, I think that's maybe like for an
crossbow thing?
anchor or something.
Oh, okay.
I mean, not a conventional anchor, but you know, some sort of rigging or something like that, probably. Yeah, let me get around this corner. I'm just gonna explore this whole ship. There's,
As you
a
should.
nice little parasail up here.
Yeah.
Have a nice grill up here.
Ooh, yeah.
Shoot off some fireworks.
Nothing. This looks like it's made out of wood too, so nothing like bringing a grill onto a wooden boat.
You know what? I mean,
Hey,
sometimes it's, you know,
you got a
grilling's
grill. You got a
important.
grill. Yeah.
So, is Yuna's father famous or something?
like a
She's
famous
the
blitzball
daughter of
player like my
Summoner
dad.
Braska. You saw his statue at the temple.
Did
Lord
I?
Braska defeated Sin 10 years ago.
It seems
You
like
as
like
the
not a
heir to
lot
great
of
legacy.
time. Like normally, I feel like these legends are like, oh, he defeated Sin 1,000 years ago. Like, oh, yeah, he defeated him, you know, 10 months ago.
Last Tuesday,
Waka's a
It's a
bit
very big
lacking
Tuesday.
in the imagination department.
we had tacos afterwards.
Thanks, Lulu. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, you go, Lulu. Way to burn him. Yeah, Waka, you got burned.
Oh, it's going up on the gram, man. Wish I captured that. It's like trying to sneak up on her.
This is a very Titanic moment.
Yep. It's subtle, going for the stretch. No, okay.
Now he's doing a weird slump.
The wind. It's nice.
Yeah, good small talk, talking about the weather.
The wind, it's nice. Not like the breeze or... Oh no.
It's very nice wind, apparently.
It's the nicest of winds.
Why is he still like this? What is his posture?
I don't know.
You're a blitzball player, aren't you? From Xanarkin, right?
You hear that from Waka?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I hear he's got a lack of imagination.
Yeah.
Waka.
What else did he
Waka
tell you?
doesn't believe
Stitches.
me at all.
Or snitches get stitches.
But I believe you.
Huh?
I've heard in Xanarkin there is a great stadium, all lit up, even at night.
Even
Great
at
blitzball
night?
I mean,
tournaments
yeah,
are
wouldn't it be only lit
and
up
the
at night?
stands are always full.
How do you know that?
A man named Jack told me. He was my father's guardian.
Dun dun dun.
What?
That's like the Jack shot.
My father. His name is Jekt.
Couldn't be, you know. I'm sure there's no relation.
No, Jack's a really common name in these parts. It's like Joe.
You know, our meeting like this must be the blessing of Yevon.
Sounds like him, but it can't be him.
It sounds like all you know is his name. Like,
My old man, he died 10 years ago.
Oh
Off the
man,
coast
you know
of
what
Xanarkin.
also happened 10 years ago?
but you're forgetting we're 1,000 years into the future.
I'm sorry.
You know what happened 1,010 years ago?
He went out to sea for training one day and never came back.
Out to sea for training? Like,
And no one's seen
couldn't
him
go use
since
the big
then.
giant floating ball in the city?
You know, it's like
Why, that's the day that
it's
Jekt
like
came
weight
to
training. You
Spira.
gotta get those extra big waves to train
It's
against.
Oh,
true. I
okay.
first met Jekt 10 years and 3 months ago.
Jeez, everyone like
I remember
really
that was
specifically
the
knows
day
time periods
my
here.
father left.
It was exactly 10 years, 3 months, 2 days, and 5 hours ago.
It's- wasn't it?
Can't even recall what I was doing last week half the time.
Yeah, Yeah, but how would he get here?
I don't know. How did you get here, Titus?
You were here?
Oh,
Thank you.
snap!
Thank you, Yuna.
Yeah, voice of reason.
I'm just gonna stare blankly at you.
Whoa!
What could this be?
It's totally not going to be anything important.
Man, Titus should just not be allowed on boats anymore. Bad things happen to boats that he gets on.
But how else are we going to end up in another swimming section?
Oh no.
Whoa!
Oh, good thing that thing was there.
Yeah. Travels with like 12 guardians. No one thought to come near.
Yeah, it looks like that's actually like a ballista or something, like a big thing, a big crossbow thing.
Big crossbow thing.
Which I gotta start yelling sin in my daily life more often. Just go down the streets of Seattle yelling sin.
Stick a harpoon in him and we'll all get dragged under. Sin is going for Kilika. We gotta distract it. Our families are in Kilika. Forgive us, Lady Summoner.
The heavy choices a summoner must make.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Very serious reaction.
Yeah. I don't think that's how projectiles work.
So is that fin supposed to be furry, or like what is the texture they're going for on that thing?
I think scaly, like an oily.
I mean, it looks better here, but like
Yeah.
in the in-engine cutscenes, it just kind of looks
Yeah.
furry.
Sin is, yeah.
Oh, we got more
those things.
pod things.
It does look furry. You're right.
Well, these things aren't gross at all.
They just keep coming.
Yeah, we'll just go with a normal. Actually,
Oh,
yeah, we'll do this.
the dark attack. That didn't seem to do.
Yeah, that
like,
was not
oh.
for a special skill. That was not as impressive
Yeah.
as I was hoping for. What do you guys? Sure, we'll give it a shot. We'll try this one. Oh, okay. Well, sure, cool.
There you go. You caused the next major cutscene, so. So this is my problem. Like even with like Monster Hunter. I don't know if you've played that, or at least World. I should say it's really the only one I've played. These monsters of like unimaginable size. I'm annoyed that I don't have a sense of what they look like. Like what, you know, this tells me nothing about Sin as a monster because, you know, how much bigger is he below those waves? Like what part of him are we looking at here?
Yeah, I mean, for Monster Hunter, I can get that as a thing because you're like hunting these things, and
The fin.
there should really be no excuse to not see the whole thing. I feel like for this,
Yeah.
there's like there's a good excuse as to, you know, it's the alien thing, right? You know, it's scarier
Yeah.
if you can't see it, and they're waiting for
Yeah.
a big reveal.
Fighting at a distance.
Let's see. Yeah, we'll go ahead and sub him out then. It's either gonna sub him or Titus out, but Titus is the main character. We can't sub him out.
Yeah.
Oh, this is what I always hate about the selecting enemies in Final Fantasy games is always like hard to tell. Like, okay, I want to go. Like, do I hit up or left or back? Like, which is gonna get me the right enemy selected?
Eventually something will happen.
All right, time for the dark attack.
Dark attack. attack. I can't talk today. Whoa. It's immune to...
The dark
You
attack.
did some damage, but yeah. Wings start to flicker. Probably not a good thing.
I hate it when my wings start to flicker. There we go, that's good. Alright.
There you go.
We'll go with thunder seemed to work pretty well last time. Yep. There we go.
Sure, that worked.
Alright, let's see if I just use a regular, not dark attack.
Yeah.
There's a real unsatisfying thud that the blitzball makes when it hits something.
More flickering wings.
Yeah, they really like going for Lulu. You know, they have a real Titus effect going on.
Mm-hmm. Titus can sympathize with the sin scales.
It's never not going to be funny to me. I'm going to laugh every time that stupid thud hits.
They literally just took a kickball, threw it at a wall, and recorded that.
That was their Foley work.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. We got it. One take.
That's all we need. Spines.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go ahead and try and kill this dude just to get him out of the way. Nope, not that way. Not that way. That way? Yeah.
Because he's moving around there?
Yeah, it keeps changing, so it's not even the same from turn to turn.
Yeah.
He's very patient to just be kind of sitting by and just slightly moving around every 90 degrees every turn.
Not even really trying to like pull you underwater, like dive.
Let's see. Okay, so if I know, let's see. If I know my GRPGs, if I kill this guy, he's just gonna spawn 3 more, which is more dangerous. So
probably.
Yeah, we'll just not kill him. So I only have to deal with 1 enemy instead of 3.
Just cheer everyone on.
God, he ends up killing this like elder god beast with a fucking blitzball by whacking an inflatable ball against it.
You know the reason that you play
That's
Final
not what I meant
Fantasy
to do.
games.
It got me. Choosing the opponent finally got me.
And what do you know?
Yep. Well, at least I was proven right.
That's really what you were doing there, right?
Yeah, I had to make sure. I had to know.
You had to know.
This is research for next time. Yeah, I can't do skill. Oh, that way, yep.
Yep.
Okay, I might as well kill these guys. Let's try something different. See if it's more effective. Yeah, about the same.
Seemed, about the same there.
Yeah, I imagine they're probably all the same.
I think, again, a safe bet, just like the fact if you killed the last enemy there, 3 more would show up. Ooh. Lulu is getting low. There you go.
Yep, this is definitely going on for a while.
Yeah. Oh, there you
there we
go.
All I had to do was complain about it to make it stop. Oh, there goes that thing.
That crossbow ballista thing. So Sin's just like a giant whale.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, to be like the big bad of an entire game, like it seems a little underwhelming that he's just basically a giant demon whale.
Yes.
There's noises coming from where the ballista was. It's a bit of a delayed reaction there.
They're not really
fine.
concerned. Yeah. Oh, I didn't get that he had
Apparently
fallen in the
Titus
water.
fell overboard. I feel like they would have shown that normally.
Yeah. Where was that noise during the
Well, I think the dark attack actually does make that noise, but since Sin is immune to the dark attack, we had to just use the regular thud.
That's interesting that they used the in-game like item animation there.
Yeah, you know.
They didn't try and like that's always what I thought. Yeah, well, but like I mean, usually there's that disconnect between the mechanics in the combat are different than.
Oh no, Flipper! Flipper, what happened to you? They turned Flipper into a weird jellyfish monster.
It's been too long since they've not been in the water fighting things.
Okay, doesn't he has like some sort of? I thought Titus had some sort of like special sword attack thing. Maybe if I go into special. Nope.
No. Was it under the sub command? What? No.
I think
maybe it was tied to that
the
weapon.
Sub commands is what it's trying to tell me. This is main.
Main. Okay.
Oh well, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess yeah. Let's try killing these things so it's all attack me at once. Yeah, that was easy.
I feel like Waka should have like a ricochet attack.
Yep, I guess I shouldn't bother killing those things, so they all just come back immediately.
About to get worked here.
Yeah, this is like is this one of those things where I'm supposed to die or not? I don't know how much to be invested into min-maxing this battle. Yeah, this feels like I'm maybe supposed to lose.
This is where they get you to burn all the items and stuff that you got before. Oh no, you know what you're thinking of? It's the limit break type thing.
Oh yeah, that's right. And I don't have my limit meter filled up yet.
Oh, spin cycle.
That looks like it was going to be way worse than it actually was.
Massive animation that just went along for doing like 100 damage.
Yeah, that seemed a little more belabored than it actually was. How are they breathing underwater this long?
So that was something I thought of earlier, maybe the second episode, but because we were talking about how you were it was when we were with Riku and she was trying to use a grenade, and you're like, oh, that makes sense. She can't use a grenade underwater. And we were joking about the electricity, and I was thinking after the fact, I'm like, yeah, but they were swimming underwater for like an hour without breathing.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, everyone in this world is part fish. It's really the secret. I'm sorry I just spoiled it for you.
Well, you know, better to know now than later.
Yeah.
It is weird playing this. Like, the only thing I would say that is, like, substantially different or that I'm having to, like, play very differently from, like, how I'm playing Earthbound now is, like, I feel very belabored of, like, okay, I'm taking like 5 seconds in between every like button press. And like, okay, is this really what I want to do? I don't want to mess this up. there's a lot more thinking other than just, I guess. So that's kind of the cool thing about Earthbound is so one of the cool things it does that not many JRPGs still do is it had like a rolling health counter. So like you would get a hit, but like say you get hit for like 100 damage or whatever, you wouldn't automatically lose that 100 damage. It would start rolling. So like say you got hit with like a fatal blow, you could like start spamming like attack like as fast as you could to get through like the menus. And if you could kill the enemy before your health rolled all the way down to 0, you still would win and you wouldn't die.
Huh.
So like,
well, that's cool.
Yeah, it doesn't happen like a lot because it's kind of a somewhat specific situation you have to end up finding yourself in, right? But like, I had at least one boss fight so far where like it was like, okay, like I'm in kind of desperate straits here. I'm just like, I got hit with that final blow. Like, all right, we're just gonna spam it, and I got him on the last hit.
Do it. Nice.
So like, I'm used to like. With Earthbound, you kind of need to go as fast as possible sometimes. Versus with this, I'm just like, okay, take everything real slow.
Let's make sure I'm targeting the right monster and using the right attack.
Yeah, healing at the right time.
Just slaps you.
Just slapped the energy out of me.
It's like just a battle of attrition here at this point. Oh, there you go. You got your overdrive.
These all like take forever.
Remember, you're gonna have the button prompt.
Don't remember what the button is. I've hit. I think it's X, right? And I feel like I hit it. That's the problem with only having one of those per episode and then having a week in between each episode is not exactly up on practice. I guess I probably should have healed Titus, but I have a Phoenix down.
We know where your true loyalties lie now. Oh, missed. Forget. I think this doesn't bring you back full strength. I think this is like, yeah,
it's still more than, it's not full, but it's more than a potion, or about as much as a potion would have got me to anyway.
Yeah.
I guess we'll go ahead and, you know what, no, I'll save it. We'll wait.
Yeah, you're still...
And I still can't use that underwater, I guess, for some reason.
I think you're out of MP.
Oh, that's what it was, right.
For Waka. There you go.
It's thinking. It's thinking about dying.
Thinking about death and stuff, guys. Whoa.
that was
awfully dramatic.
Yeah, that was
holy cow.
That was something else. Oh, I guess that counts as part of the Sin fight.
Everyone gets some XP. And you got an ice Moomba.
The blue arm guard.
Yeah. Oh.
Well,
this isn't going to be good.
Oh no, this quaint little fishing village.
Where no one is out, apparently. Oh. I spoke too soon. It's going right for the jugular here, Final Fantasy, huh?
Oh no, it's the sad kid. That doesn't look like a wave.
He had a premonition.
It's like a weird bubble wave.
You know, maybe if they didn't build their houses out of wood.
I mean, what else they got around?
Well, you know, to be fair, we did see the Xanarkin get destroyed there.
And they were definitely made out of more than just wood.
Yeah. Waiting to hear the Wilhelm scream here.
The weird, like, very slowly, like, meticulously destroying the pier there is a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
No, see, now it's like Sin's like a weird manta ray thing?
See? That's the thing. I don't think you ever really get a good view of what the hell it is. It's always this kind of there.
It's unknowable.
When Sin attacked
It is
Zanarkand
Sin.
that day, I woke up in Spira. I kept hoping it would work in reverse, too.
I will defeat Sin. I must
Titus just starts
defeat Sin.
chasing Sin throughout the world, trying to get
I was
thrown
just
further and
fooling
further into the future.
Yeah, it's like that.
Maybe it was that
It's like that
day
episode of Futurama where you
on
have
the
to go,
sea
like, keep going further and further
the
until you
sun.
go back around.
Yep.
I started to give up hope. I was in a foreign world. I wasn't going home. This was my new reality, and I was stuck in it for good.
Was everything about to change?
This is very uplifting.
Yeah.
Nope, doing more Indiana Jones.
Well, you were going to the Kalika part. Or no, are you there
yeah,
now?
I guess maybe that's telling us that we have arrived to bring more death and destruction.
Yeah. Just what you want to see after you've had your whole village wiped out is Titus.
Greetings. I am the summoner Yuna. I have come from the temple in Besaid.
Oh, Milady Summoner!
If there is no other summoner here, please allow
I
me.
wouldn't think a milady would be...
Yeah, well, yeah, I was thinking the internet has ruined milady for me, even in,
Yeah, well, this is true.
like, even when in context it maybe wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but yeah. it's forever can't be used now by anything.
You just expect her to be wearing a fedora.
Yeah. Like a fantasy fedora.
We'll go see what we can do to help in town.
Which I don't know what a fantasy fedora would even look like. Like a fedora with just some stars on it and sparkles.
Oh.
Hey,
Well, if it's in Final Fantasy, it would need, like, zippers and straps
It'd
and
be
belts.
a big wizard hat with just like zippers all across it.
Milady. Milady Summoner.
Watch my step. It's not safe this way. You went this way. Why can't I go this way? Jerk.
Walk is now your father figure.
Oh, the pub's
The pub's
closed.
closed.
Me too, buddy. Me too. I feel like there's going to be some more heavy moments coming up here that Titus is just going to completely ruin.
Are we going somewhere?
Titus, ever
You
the
truly
oblivious
are
one.
clueless. Are you sure it's
Lulu
just your memory
delivering-
that's the problem?
What we're all thinking.
Yeah, I can already tell you Lulu is probably going to be my favorite
The
character.
dead need guidance.
Yeah.
Because basically, she's obviously going to be the character that's just
Filled
not going to put up with
grief
Titus's
over
shit.
their own death. They refuse to
Yeah, and she
face
basically lives up to that. There's a few other
learn
characters
to
that you meet
live
later on
on
that are pretty good, but
and
early
resent
on,
those
she's
who
like
came
the only
before.
one. You're like, oh, thank God.
You see, they envy the living.
And who wouldn't?
And in time, that envy turns to anger.
Anger leads to hate. I got it, Yoda.
Should these souls remain in Spira, they become fiends that prey on the living.
Man, what if Yoda was in Star Wars wearing that outfit?
Sad.
That it would be, again, a choice.
Descending takes them to the far plane, where they may rest in peace.
Summoners do
The
this?
female Yoda, right? Wasn't that a thing? Yada, or whatever her name was?
I don't know, but I mean, yeah, there's... I don't recall, like, that maybe is some expanded universe stuff that...
It's an expanded
Yeah,
universe thing.
I
think.
never got into the expanded universe.
Me either, but I've seen an unfortunate image or two.
You've been on the internet?
Yes.
Is it up there with, like, pictures of Kirby with feet?
Oh, God. Or Mario with no
Yeah.
hair.
Oh, so, wait. I mean, there's some imagery going on here. I'm just going to leave it at that.
They're being very subtle about it, aren't they?
Yeah, we've got more color guard
And if
going
she
on.
could do that, yeah, well, you practice for months. You want to make sure that you put on a good show. Oh, you know, I don't think I ever realized those were supposed to be caskets.
Yeah, it's like a
Or like,
Viking funeral sort of thing.
Yeah. No, granted, it's been years, but I just remember like they looked flowery. I got the gist of what they were going for here. I just never really realized that she was dancing on their bodies.
I mean, yeah, kind of. You know, I mean, there's some water separating them.
Yeah. She's like doing the Bellagio here right now.
Yeah, this is
the dancing
This is
waters.
some high fantasy Cirque du Soleil going on.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what that shot was supposed to convey to us.
I mean, I will take it over the, hey, what's going on here? Walks into the water.
How are you doing that? Where are the strings?
This is shiny. Look at this, guys.
And scene.
It
must be tough.
Now more awkward staring.
Being a summoner.
Mm-hmm.
Yuna chose her own path. She knew from the beginning what it meant.
Did she? Because
All we can do-
this character arc is usually like she got forced. I mean, she's the daughter of the High Summoner, right? Like, did she really have a choice?
Yeah.
Until the end? What's the end?
Dun, dun, dun.
Ruh-roh.
Use your inside voice there, Titus.
Until she defeats sin.
Oh.
Oh.
Expect him to, like, kick his heel and be like, oh,
I
shucks.
did okay.
Just make Lulu like the
We've
pageant
reached
mom.
the far plane by now, but no tears next time. Hmm?
I
No
wished
crying.
There would never be a next time. No more
I'm getting
people
some
being
real whiplash between Titus's in like
No more
story
sendings for
character and his like
Everyone stood there
monologue
watching.
character.
It was strange, and somehow horrifying. I never wanted to see it again.
But no.
But snoring.
Yeah. And now everything's okay. We've got the island music back.
Man, you know, normally they've been pretty good about like his character meshing with like some of the pre-rendered backgrounds, but yeah, I was trying to go back up on these stairs because it looks real weird on the stairs here.
Yeah, in general, this is a like they've taken it too far.
Yeah, sometimes you can be too elaborate.
Yeah.
I'm just
This is
running
just
around
a
with
single-
this kid here because I feel like,
Yeah.
you know, I feel like this is what Titus would do when he first woke up. Oh, there's kids running around. Yeah, let's run around. Woo!
Yeah. Let's do it, guys. Man, I've been missing out. How long have you been doing this? I should have been up hours ago doing this.
Yeah, Titus in a lot of ways seems
think-
mentally still like 12.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I feel like, you know, some poor animator put like a month of their life into drawing this out or rendering it out or doing whatever. And it's like, if we weren't running around, it would be up on screen for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, well, you know.
I like how there's not really an in-game, like, I guess that's what I was kind of getting at a little bit earlier with how Waka used the potion on Titus in-game, but, like, it doesn't carry all the way through, like, there's no explanation for what this save sphere thing is, it's just, you know, we need a way to communicate this is where you save.
Yeah,
the
I
game.
mean, that's a real hard thing to do in
Yeah.
the universe. I mean, so to go back to Earthbound yet
Let's-
again. Like, you save that game by literally calling your dad on the phone. Like, which is still in its own weird way. But I mean, that game also breaks the fourth wall in a lot of ways. Like, too, of like, where like, you know, it's like, all right, I registered your journey. It's almost like I'm saving the game or something like that. You know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's how you get out of it, is you break the fourth wall constantly.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's why I just think it was an interesting choice that they decided to carry that through to the scene, because otherwise it's just, you could just say, well, that's just gameplay mechanics. It's, you know, it's almost like it doesn't really exist in the
Right.
world. but they went down that route, and so now I have all these questions.
Yeah, they opened Pandora's box.
They did.
All right.
Final Fantasy X.
Well,
the Pandora's
I think
box.
that is a mystery that we'll try and uncover next time. We're fairly close to an hour, a little under, but at the same time, especially with this early game, anytime you get to a save point, and after that many big cutscenes, I feel like the second I walk out this door, it's just going to be another 20 minutes of cutscenes. So.
Yep, the adventure will continue.
Well, hopefully
Titus will be back.
Next time there will be no more technical difficulties, because I think we run into about as many possible technical difficulties as we possibly could. I don't know that we could find more. As I say that, I probably shouldn't say that at all, because that's the last thing you want to attempt.
Probably shouldn't. So just fast forward to the next episode where we have like a 5-minute introduction on all of the other things that went wrong.
Look forward to it. But until then, see ya.
Stay tuned.